this is one thing I have for the Islamic way, yeah, i.e. Islam. They take that marriage to mean so much more than anybody at the moment. Just to put that out there.
There's one, man. There's one there. Oh, yeah, there's one right there.
But the thing, I'm gonna put it straight here, but no camera. Yeah. I'm trying to say that the concept here.
Watch how they do. Watch how they deal
in
with
Islam,
each other.
there's no concept of boyfriend and girlfriend. There's no concept of that. There's only husband and wife. Now you might ask me why. Now, if I want to be with someone, I'm not going to be with them on the basis that I just want to have sex with them. Unfortunately, this is what the West has done. The West has sexualized women. When you sexualize women, we as men don't have any other vision. We don't see women as any other things than sexual objects. Yeah? Because of posters and movies.
And brother, don't rush too much. Even do they see themselves any more than that?
No, they don't.
Even they don't.
No.
Because before a woman can agree to a one-night stand,
does it make sense?
even the women are the ones saying, let's just do one-night stand.
Does it make sense for a woman to dress in a sexual manner when she's single? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to do that for? Now they'll tell you.
Are you advertising?
Yeah. So now they'll tell you I'm doing it for myself. They'll tell you I'm doing it for myself.
So
now if you know you're sexy, why do you need to show me?
Or why do you need to show yourself?
Yeah, why do you need to show the
sexy?
public? Another thing is this. Would any man be honest to himself and tell himself that he could walk his wife down the road in a tight dress and not be bothered?
I would.
Another man. Exactly. Another man.
I'll be happy if you look too.
But guess why men do it? Guess why men do it?
I want people to look.
Guess why men do it?
Yeah, I want people to look.
Guess why men do it
So
subconsciously?
what's private about your woman? What's private about her?
Because that's what makes her feel good.
No.
Yeah, you can't see what's under there. You can just.
When you say, look, when I say
get
to you,
teased.
when I say to you, this is my wife. Yeah. When you say to me, that is your girlfriend. What does that mean to you?
Me, I don't use the word girlfriend really.
No, what it means is this. Hold on, brother. Hold on. What it means is this. If I heard your question right, you say this is my wife. Yes. He says this is my girlfriend. In your mind, one day, his girlfriend could become your wife again. That's what it means. Your girlfriend is for everyone.
For me, when
his
I say
wife is for.
For me, when I say this is my wife, I'm not only talking about the love sense. Her body, the pleasure of her body, the pleasure of me enjoying her body physically is mine alone, right? This is why Islam emphasizes that a woman should cover up the way she does.
That's what Bible says as well.
Yeah.
That's what we say. We're just waiting for him,
So
innit?
it's not about imposing.
We gotta give them credit where credit
So
is
it's not
due.
about. So it's not about imposing what a woman should wear. It's about teaching them self-respect. God knows that we have desires. God knows that. That's why He'll impose certain things. Because if there's no laws, I can walk around naked now. So God knows that we want to be. God knows we want to be. We want to show off. Every man knows that a woman likes to show off her, whether it's diamonds.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yes.
They're beautiful. But the beauty is
now-
supposed to be exclusively for the man.
Thank you very much.
Exclusively for the man.
This beauty now has come to say this. What religion teaches you now is this beauty is exclusively for the person that you're with. It's as simple as it's got nothing to do with imposing. Another thing is also coming down to self-respect. Now, self-respect is subjective. You can tell me you respect yourself enough this much. Yeah. Now a woman can tell you I respect myself this much. Now I spoke to a person and he said to me, people that cover themselves wear black clothing or that, he said that's too modest. I said, what's wrong with being too modest? Now everybody has a level of modesty.
We're not complaining about it. You're not complaining about it.
I'm
So
not
why do
judging
you have a
people.
problem
I'm
with
not
it?
I'm not judging people on the word modesty. Yeah. The way you define modesty is you. But there's nothing with being more modest.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Too careful.
But can you tell me now that there's also nothing wrong with being too naked?
Let me give you a quick. Let me give you guys a quick thing. Let me give you guys a quick thing to think about. Yeah. Ask any woman here right now. Yeah. As we you can't disrespect the brethren or the sister. Ask any woman right here right now and say, sis, would you take all your clothes off for me, please, and just be in your panties and your bra, please? I'd just like to have a look. she'll call the police on you, right? Ask her why. She'll say, well, that's not why. Well, it's not why. Well, but then they go on the beach. And they do the same thing for me anyway.
That's hypocritical.
And you think, hold on, but they're doing it here. Is it really different? Are you telling me I could look at you like that on the beach?
Completely different.
Well, do it for me now, sis.
Because you've asked me to. If I went
No,
to,
you see what I'm saying, bro?
if I went to the
Completely different.
No. Do you know when? No, do you know when it becomes hypocritical?
Yeah.
It becomes hypocritical. Wait,
Yeah.
it becomes hypocritical when a woman has her breasts out. Yeah.
Only breasts.
Wait, let me just use that as an example. When a woman has that part of her body out, and you're staring, and then she has the nerve to tell you, "What are you looking at?"
Oh, I see you saying that.
It's like you putting a car on display.
Ferrari.
A Ferrari on display at the showroom. At the showroom,
with or without
I come and
I'm
look at the
looking.
Ferrari, and then you're coming to and say, "What are you looking at?"
On a more serious note, and this we've done years
Put it
ago.
on display.
This we've done years ago. We've talked about how this country sends out children to school looking like the word you don't want to say, because parents are listening now. So you can't say that about our children. But guess what? That's how the professionals dress to get business. The children are dressed the same way to go to school. And you're trying to tell the white van man not to look when he's reading the Sun newspaper. And he's looking at these things moving along the street. You telling me they're not looking?
They're looking.
I'm looking.
Oh, we're seeing, innit? We're not there, but we're seeing it. Now, is that right?
No, it's not.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
But because it's a
Making
culture,
at home, man.
because it's a culture, a lot of people think cultures can never be wrong.
Exactly.
So for you, your culture is correct.
And that's Daniel, I beg you.
For
This
me
is
as
the
a
point I was
Somalian-
trying to
for
make.
me as a Somalian,
This brother
for me as
just
a
come to-
Somalian, for me as a
Now
Somalian,
again.
for me as a Somalian, as much as I love my people, I should admit that there are certain defects in my culture.
Oh, thank you.
Do you understand? So now, if the
And
way
Nigeria too.
if the way women have been sexualized is a
Yeah.
culture,
Yeah.
they have to admit that it's a wrong culture. It's wrong.
Let me give you a quick example again, just so
If
we
it's a
can
culture,
fire.
If it's a culture.
In
Oh,
Nigeria,
Let me quick. I gotta go.
yeah, Daniel, hold on. In Nigeria, if you came Nigeria, maybe in the 60s, 70s, it's like Somalia right now, women and men, yeah? Nollywood, a huge sort of like Bollywood TV, yeah, started in Nigeria like early 90s or something, yeah? It's become really huge right now. The movies that started coming out were moralistic movies, yeah? Movies to teach you something, how to be and so on and so forth. Now, if anyone's watching, what's it about now?
I don't watch them, but I probably.
No, try and click on them. Yeah. I know they're funny, but Daniel, be honest, what are they about now? They're
I can't-
prostitution now.
Yeah. It's foolishness.
They're
There's also
prostitution
some
now.
drama.
And this is something that in that culture is like, I don't even know what to compare it. It'd be like in Saudi Arabia, a man whistling a woman over. That's how bad it is.
I always ask people.
And today is the norm.
I say to them, what's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife? Yeah? And they told me that the girlfriend, they're only getting to know the man. It's only getting. How do you get to know someone if you're sleeping with them? That's more than getting to know someone, right?
That's basically.
But at the same
can't.
time,
That's what they actually. That's part
but
of
at the
whole
same
process.
time, the girlfriend also wants to get married. Yeah? Now, you're already having sex with that person.
Yeah, but sex isn't.
Why are you getting Why are you getting?
It's not everything.
End of-
Sex isn't everything.
No. Why are you getting married?
If you're an end of marriage.
You're already in a relationship, right?
Oh yeah. No, I agree with you. No,
You're
I
already
agree.
in a relationship. You're already committed. You're already having sex. What's the point of getting married?
Getting married.
Yeah.
That's
Do
exactly
you understand what he's
That's
saying?
what I said.
Now,
Do you
marriage
understand
is
what he's
there,
saying though?
Marriage is there. Marriage for me is a religious affair.
See, but
Running,
that's
now,
it.
marriage
Yeah.
is there to protect me from people saying that this person is sleeping around with women.
Now that's what he means by religion.
You got married
That's
people
what-
that
that's
do
what-
sleep around
that's
with
what-
other
that's
people.
what- that's
You
what
got
it
married
means.
people that do sleep
No,
around.
that's
Say
them.
again?
That's them.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying there is.
but what
So
I'm trying to say-
marriage doesn't clarify that that's not going to exclusively happen. It can still happen.
So what I'm trying to say to you, you have many boyfriend and girlfriends that are hiding their relationship. They don't want their parents to know because
I
they
mean,
only
take
publicize,
this
you
example,
understand?
bro. Take this example, yeah.
But marriage is to say, look, we're publicizing our relationship. and publicize that I'm her husband, she's my wife.
So that nobody gets,
Exactly.
you know.
Nobody
my
gets,
relationship, 'cause
nobody,
you
nobody talks
Yeah,
about me.
yeah.
Nobody talks about.
You
Oh,
sure?
is it? See, look how we dead off the battery, boy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
But I don't believe you have to be
chocolate to
someone's
do, boy.
boyfriend or girlfriend to get to know them.
No,
I don't
it's
believe
what
so.
it is this. What it is this. In Tesco and Sainsbury's, they're doing it now. Before you buy the thing,
Try it.
you can try it. And people are just trying it anyway, and they're not buying it no more. And that's the end of the
Let me ask
matter.
you this. Okay, let me ask you this honestly, yeah? Let me ask this honestly. What do you look for in a woman? What do you look for in a woman?
Me? Nah, it's a whole range of things. So
Give me like 5 top things that you look for in a woman.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bit shallow, so they have to be good looking. I'm not gonna lie.
Good looking. Well, good looking is a good excuse. So
Yeah,
it's a
no,
good
no,
reason,
no.
of course.
If
Nobody
I-
wants to be
People
someone
say I'm
ugly.
shallow. That's what I said, because you're gonna probably go and
But
cheat.
that's not shallow. That's actually that's actually the more.
Intellect. I'm big on
Intellect.
intellect at the moment, so can hold conversations with that kind of stuff. Yeah, body. I'm not saying I have the best body in the world, but you know, I have a little something to
let's
admire
just go
there. You
with-
get me?
Okay,
So-
just let's go with the good motherhood skills, good parenting skills.
No,
and all
not
that.
necessarily, because my partner hasn't got no kids. I've got the kids. So
I'm just saying, because you want to build a family with her, isn't it?
no, I want someone I can trust. I look for those kind of things.
Okay, now how long would that
You haven't
roughly?
mentioned
How?
this and the obvious one.
I did
No,
that
he
already
said
a long
looking, he
time,
said
and you're
good
not listening.
He
You're not
said-
listening.
Okay, how long
You're not
roughly?
listening, not
How
listening.
long roughly do you need to take for you to find out all of those attributes in her?
Depends how much time you spend with them.
No, how long do you think it takes?
No,
roughly?
it's different for every person.
Okay,
'Cause
what is
I'll give you a perfect example. My youngest son's mum, I met her. I didn't think nothing of it.
Okay, well, okay.
Exactly what you were saying about, you know,
Value
not
things.
valuing women. I saw it as that. She forced her way into being with me, basically, and I grew to fall in love with her just by spending more time with
Okay.
her, by talking, by understanding
Beauty's
her.
on the first day because you can see that on the first
No,
day.
attraction. I was attracted to her a long
First
time,
day.
but
Okay,
it was the
what's
other
next?
stuff that
What's
was
next?
missing.
What other stuff?
Like when you converse with somebody, you find out stuff about it. So where they come from, their way of thinking, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's it. You can click with them straight away. There's some people you can click like that and like, rah, we really get on, we connect, we got these likes, interests, the same, blah, blah, we understand
it's
each
not
other.
necess-
But you got some people that it takes a lot longer to get there. There's a longer process because you don't
But you
open
don't
up as
have
much
to be
of.
in a relationship to do that, do
No, you don't have to be.
That's
But
my point.
No, you don't have to be, of course not. But when you're getting to know somebody and you want to be in a relationship with them, that's generally what you do. You go out, you talk, you learn about each other. And you
But
should
you're
know by
already
now.
in a relationship.
Is
That's
any
it. You've
value-
already
is-
gone into marriage
But
without
just
even
because
knowing.
you've had sex.
Is
Just because you've had sex.
Daniel.
Yes.
Daniel, answer one question.
Sex is important as well. Sex-
Bro, what's your name, bro? So
Hassan.
Hassan, is any value at any point of the conversation of getting to know each other put on sex? Is any value put on sex? Do you get to any point where you say, look, I like you, blah, 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 blah. What value should we put on you and I sleeping together?
No.
Yeah, I mean, does it mean anything, or after we sleep together, we can still break up the next day because, I just found out you don't like eggs or something?
No, because sex is a physical act that we do in a relationship. And
Is it not spiritual?
And it's to
but he's
for
trying to
some
say-
people.
he's trying to
For
say-
some people, not for everybody. It's not spiritual. You can't. Say,
I understand, but don't forget that just because you say it's not spiritual, don't mean it's not.
sex
It's
to
always
me-
going to only be
sex
spiritual.
to me-
I mean,
sex
man
to
is
me-
spirit,
Yeah,
right?
it is spirit.
Man is only spirit. It's just the covering. No, Danny, I'm hearing you, but I'm just trying to make you hear that
I
thing.
hear what you're
When
saying.
people say they know Daniel, it's not your flesh they're talking about. It's your spirit they're talking about. When they say they've met Daniel, it's your spirit they're talking that they met. Your flesh is irrelevant. You understand? That's why you got it covered in clothes. But look, I understand that. But look what we're saying.
What are you saying?
Sex is a spiritual union. Like this brother, and he said, when two people, hold on, we'll see the lock on in a minute. When two people, it's all right. We'll soon find out. When a man and a woman, when they come, they're two people. By the time they lock on, how many are they? No, come on, let's try, because we know. How many are they right now when they come and lock on?
When you say lock on,
When the man goes inside the woman, they become what?
Two people.
Oh, I thought there's two.
two people.
We don't. Everybody knows that. But what do you become? Why do they say Tracy and Jermaine? What?
I'm not gonna lie. People have
Hold
feelings
on.
out here.
Daniel, why they say Tracy and so on is an item? They're not items. They're an item now. Are we lying?
How much you value? How much value
then
you
what's
put on
the
it?
holding hands?
Huh?
What's the difference between then in having sex and
Hear
holding
the
hands?
sister. Hassan, hear the sister.
For example, yeah, she just leaves it on anyone. Then that's up to her. But if people, you know, if you're a human, if you see yourself as a human being, and someone who values himself and respects himself, you're not going to sleep with anyone. You're
Says
gonna-
who?
Huh?
Says who?
What do you mean? It says the meaning of respect.
Your meaning of respect.
The meaning of respect.
Oh, no, we want to.
Thank you, yeah.
What's your meaning? What's your meaning? What's your meaning?
Makes sense. No.
Let the woman speak. Let the woman speak.
What's your meaning? I mean,
No,
threesomes.
How many girls you have sex with?
Let the sister speak. Let the sister speak, guys. I beg you.
What you just said is what's your meaning. So it's
Ah, we
about the
understand.
individual.
Yeah.
What your meaning is completely different to maybe
Okay,
what
what's
mine
yours?
is.
What's yours? What's yours?
What my meaning of respect is.
Self-respect. Self-respect.
Self-respect. So for me, it's just how I carry myself, how I choose to speak to people, the respect I might show to other people, the things I choose to do.
Don't forget, we're talking in
You know how many people we sleep with them?
Okay, let me give you an example now. Okay, let me give you an example now. Let me give you an example. If a woman walks out her house and her breasts are showing, would you class that as self-respect?
If that's exactly what she chooses to do, then
All right, let me say this. Is self-respect, is it subjective or objective?
It's subjective.
Subjective.
All right, hold on. We ain't arguing. You know what we don't do here? We don't argue with your answers. We use your answers. Now hold on to this.
Respect is not how I see myself. Respect is how other people see me.
Hassan, hear the thing.
No.
Hassan, hear the thing.
That's
No,
not
not
self-respect, that's
self-respect.
respect.
Hassan,
You're talking about
Self-respect is about self.
Yeah, okay. So
Oneself,
now walking out,
us.
okay, like the example I gave you, yeah?
Yeah.
Now walking out the house in that manner, yeah, have I respected myself?
But she might feel like she's for her, that's her self. You can't tell her she's wrong for the
No,
way she respects
how is
herself.
that? No, how-
No, you might not respect her, but that's a different respect.
I never said that. How is that her self-respecting herself? How is
To her, it's
How?
all, but it's in her mind. No,
Okay,
because you're going by your definition and your judgment.
let's do that.
You're going by the way you think. You can't tell her she's wrong for thinking like that.
You're misunderstanding me. You're misunderstanding what I'm trying
Yeah,
to tell
for real,
you.
defending
No,
women.
what I'm trying to tell you.
Actually, you're misunderstanding women. So what's going on there is you're misunderstanding the women. You're saying if she has her breasts out, she's not respecting herself because people are going to disrespect her. So no, hold on, let me finish because I let you speak. So hold on, I've been listening to you
one
speak
by
for
one,
some
one by
minutes,
one.
I've rocked up,
Yeah.
So what might happen is, as the world is turning at the moment and people are becoming ignorant, people might say, I feel intimidated by the way that you dress. I don't feel that way at all, but you know how the world is going. People might say, oh, if you dress in the way which shows your faith, I don't like that. And so for you to now walk out of your house, is that showing you, are you being disrespectful to yourself to walk out that way when people are going to look at you out the side of their face and talk like, oh, look at this person over here? No.
Fair enough.
No, not at all. There's no difference between that. You're actually showing self-respect to go, I know that in this world, people are going to look at me out the side of their eye, but I'm going to show myself so much self-respect, I'm going to come up proud the same way. Now, for a woman to come out of her house and she feels like, I'm not doing this for no man or nothing like that. I'm just coming, this is how I want to dress because it's not even, if this is my lady here, I'm not even doing it for me necessarily. She's just like, I feel comfortable like this, I like the clothes, I like the aesthetic, whatever. That's self-respect to go, against all this adversity, I'm still going to do it. That's power, that's self-respect, that's strength, and I respect that. I like
All right,
that.
can I ask a question?
Okay, so now are you saying that the chest of a woman is not a private part of a woman?
Can I come back?
That's individual. That's individual to
One by,
her.
hold
So
on, let the sisters
if-
speak. Give the sisters a chance to speak.
Sorry, no, that was the only comment I wanted to make. It was beyond the point.
Yeah, we didn't hear you. Sorry.
But that's about-
you asked a question.
That's about the
Breast of a
individual.
woman, is that a sensitive part or is it not a
Or
sensitive
the breast of a
individual.
woman. Daniel, you're
Right,
covering the
right.
sister there.
Let me just run this dance right now, real quick. Nude beaches. Are you telling me all the women that got their breasts out on a nude beach, which is there to express yourself, none of them have self-respect?
No,
But everyone's doing
in
it.
my eyes, no.
No.
So let me ask.
That's your
For
opinion.
me.
As long as that's your opinion. Then
I know.
But you see my point.
And just in case you find me on one of them beaches, you know I'm coming here. I'm coming here to disrespect you.
From your side, Hassan, from her side,
You know what I mean?
I'm not coming in.
both sides.
That was rocky.
If I say both sides are subjective,
Sorry.
your side is your argument is subjective.
That was deep.
Yours is subjective. Yeah. Your argument is based on faith, on God's principles. Yes, a godly principle.
I don't
yeah?
think his thing is based
I don't
only
even
on
need
God.
that. It's just
But,
common sense.
hold on. Wait.
Honestly.
My view.
What is common
You'll
sense?
argue this common sense, but not necessarily.
They write these words
But primarily, you are from your faith. Yeah, and so you'll be arguing from that subjective point of view that God set certain standards for us to live by from a religious point of view. From maybe a secular point of view, it's subjective as well. Because I was driving down the Oakland Road and I saw a lady who was totally naked.
You did?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Where was that?
And so, yeah, she was totally naked. So, from what point of view, from what perspective, from which perspective do I judge what I've just seen? Do I judge it on the basis that she is loose, or do I judge it that perhaps she has a mental health problem?
When you say lose, you mean she just run away from a man, or
Let me say it again. Like she has no respect.
when you say lose, it's like a dog being loose. You know, you let the dog loose.
UK point of view. But what I'm making is this. What I'm making is very quickly. Your subjective and the subjective. About the naked woman. Has she lost her self-respect for being naked on Oakland Road, or does she have a psychological impairment which causes her to be naked?
So, are you saying nude
Actually made a
beaches? Are you
sound
saying nude
mind
beaches?
choice.
No, Uncle. Are you saying nude beaches? Maybe they've lost their thing.
No.
No, because that's the one thing you laid on
There's also
it.
the point, but there's also
I mean,
the point of maybe she's making a sound mind choice that I want to wear no
and she
clothes.
she could also
do
be.
that.
And she could also be. But the point is, we come from different value bases. We all have different perspectives on which to look at certain things. And so what we can you talked about judgment a while ago, yeah?
Understand.
I'm not saying either way. I'm just kind of like
understand the question.
Yeah.
The question is, what would be the reason why a woman would want to put out her
and
breast?
that's what I'm trying to answer, you see. And earlier on,
What would be the reason? What would be the
No,
reason?
they've given all the
earlier on,
reasons.
Ty talked about
Actually, they've
judgment.
given all the
We can
reasons.
very
innit?
easily-
Subjective is how you
Subjective,
feel,
it's
it's
just
what
you
you
as a
like.
person.
We
Like
can-
at nude beaches, no one don't get looked anyway. You go onto a nude beach,
Yeah.
it's the norm.
Yeah.
Like, you expect to see people with their breasts out.
Yeah.
Well, you could
And
very
guys with
easily.
their bits and bobs out. You know, it happens.
Well, earlier on, Ty talked about judgment. Yeah, judging. What does that really mean? So I could misjudge the woman who's naked. If I come from
Could you have spoken to
a sort of a very narrow perspective that nudity equals immorality, then I wouldn't understand perhaps in an objective way what's going on with this naked lady. This nude woman. Yeah. So whilst you come from a very sort of strict, I shouldn't say narrow, but it's a perspective of morality, and I understand where you come from. I'm religious myself, and I wouldn't want to judge a lady if I saw her breast out. I would say, well, she's got nice breasts maybe. I might want to argue that perhaps she should be covered up. I've got 7 sisters. I've got 2 daughters. I've got 3 daughters. I wouldn't want to judge the lady. I think we shouldn't judge one another.
What about breastfeeding? What about women who breastfeed their children and you got your breast out because you're feeding your children? Is that a sexualized?
Cover them in a way.
Why should you?
That's called
I'm not saying you should.
that's called covert operations. Breastfeeding.
I'm going home. That's it. I've had enough. I'm going to get in trouble.
It's called covert operations.
What would be the reason why women are dressed in that way? That's what I'm asking.
They've got various reasons.
Free choice.
I tell you what, there are many women.
Give me the main reasons why women would dress in that fashion.
One would be choice. One would be choice.
Their breasts out.
Not necessarily. I'm a person.
I'm not talking about you.
No. I'm just saying, in general, a woman is the key factor in life. A woman is a necessity. You hear the word womb, a man. A womb. It's like an
She's
it's
life.
eternal life. Within everything else, a woman is important, and a woman should be allowed to embrace
Express
her
herself.
authentic nature. Adam and
Maybe she's trying to answer. She's trying to answer.
When you bring it back into Genesis, she was open. Her vibration and her frequency was at a higher level because she was within nature, with thyself. Nature covered her, the greeneries, everything. Just like night and day.
What covered her more than nature?
I'm just
I'll
trying
tell you what covered her more than. Hold on, Hassan, hold on. Hassan, hold on. No, she heard you. I think you heard each other. It's not an argument. She's just stating a point. But I tell you what covered her. It wasn't nature that covered her at that point. It was nature covering her at the later point. In the initial point, it was our creator and our setup here that covered us so that we don't see the nakedness from a sexual perspective first.
That's right.
Uncle, Blessings and love to you. You know?
All I'm trying to say is,
Hassan, hear what she's saying. Hear what she's saying essentially. Because sooner or later we need to get there. I.e. in the places like, say, Africa or places where they're still naked anyway. They're not sexually promoting anything. They're naturally and spiritually promoting life.
Do you know what?
You know what I mean?
That is actually quite a cogent point of like, before the sexualization isn't on the women or the men, it's up
It's
here.
first up here.
So what you're saying, and actually
yeah.
that's a quite a good point. And
Right.
so why then should women or anyone have to change their way that they go about their life?
I'll
Because
tell you why, bro. I'll tell you why, bro.
Huh?
You see what they did? They flipped the coin. They flipped our heads a bit. You don't need to agree with me, guys. I beg you. It's a serious subject. You understand? Everything the West done, or they do, is to mess with our head. You understand?
You're
Yeah.
a victim of that yourself, by what you
hear
said.
what they do. When we were naked, and they know nakedness is the natural order, they tell us it's wrong, innit? Yeah? Yeah?
Nudity.
They say, yeah? Say again?
Nudity.
Yeah. They come to places like in the bushes, in the Amazons, and say people are living like
Savages
junk and
and-
savages
yeah.
and so on. Yeah? True, yeah? As soon as we came into the city, they asked us to put the clothes on. We put the clothes on. Then they ask us to start taking it off again. You've put it all on. Then they start saying, all right, show your breasts now. Go on a nudist beach now. So you're like, hold on.
You're messed up.
When we were there doing it naturally anyway, you said we were savages. And there was no lust. There was just pure joy.
But there's choice in that.
You
Because
know?
what's really interesting, what you said was, if you went to a nudist beach, you're there to basically look at women. So you're saying that from what's come from the West, that you're a victim of that yourself, but you are making a choice. Whereas I could look at a naked man, and I can either I can choose to look at him in a sexual way, or I can just choose to look at him as a human being. And you're
Where
making,
would that be?
you're making
If you're
a choice.
a nurse,
I
if
have
you're a
been in a
nurse,
lot- no, I've been in
if
a
you're a
lot-
nurse, you
no.
can look at him objectively.
So you're saying other than being a nurse is not what's
I do not understand how you can look at what we call a man in a setting which is not confined to a professional thing. You understand? Hold on, let's hear it. Yeah.
Even if you become a nurse,
You can still.
you can still
And you
inside.
will,
You're
innit?
like,
yeah,
oh.
man. Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm
So
saying?
how
It doesn't
much
just
more
mean
when
because
you're
I
outside?
put the uniform
So
on
we're
that I'll
saying,
change my
so we're
mind.
saying, how much more when you're outside?
But you make that choice, don't you?
No,
to
you
how
can't make
want
a
to
choice
look.
unless
Yeah,
you're
do.
dead. You need to be
Okay,
dead.
I'll tell you. You could take all your clothes off
Disciplined.
now, and I would not look at you in a sexual way.
The moment you see a woman naked, the first thing come to your mind is sex.
That's right.
The first thing that comes to your mind, the more you see a woman naked, because she open up and your mind enters.
There's a survey. There's a survey they done. There's a survey.
That's
No,
not the case.
so you're saying you can never be inclined to looking at someone sexually?
No, you
Okay.
can also always be inclined, but it might not necessarily be the destination of
Okay,
your
what
thought.
about children?
So-
what about children? We have
Well, you might
we
not
have
dwell on
children
it if you
walking
like.
around
You
with
might
no
not
clothes
dwell on
on,
it. Yeah.
and we have children walking around with no clothes on, maybe in the park or whatever. And do we look at them in a sexual way?
sister.
Okay,
Sister.
Okay.
Sister,
So
you
what
just-
is this? No, hold on.
Sexual way.
Okay, don't keep talking over me. What I don't understand then is why would you not look at them in a sexual way, but you would look at a female? You don't know how old I am. You might look at I don't know. She might be 14 years old, but she might look 18, and you don't know whether you're looking at her in a sexual or non-sexual way. What is the difference then between looking at a child and going, no, that's non-sexual? They're a 5-year-old
When you say
child,
child,
or,
sister,
or
hold
that's
on. I
an
beg you,
18-year-old
sister.
girl, and I can look at her in a sexual
I beg you,
way.
sister. When you say
Define- yeah.
when you say looking at a child,
Define that.
how would I know it's a child? Are you saying she has an age on her head?
Okay,
Because I'm not.
hold on.
Yeah.
What change? All right, but okay, what changes then? Okay, let's say you see a 5-year-old. Just very
I don't
clear.
know, dude. There's no way to know a person is a 5-year-old.
Okay,
There's
they're 2
absolutely no
years
way.
old. They're 2 years old. Very
that's-
clear.
you're saying a baby
Very
then.
clear,
You're saying
very
baby.
clear. They're a toddler. What
Right.
makes you, and they're naked, what makes you not look at them in a sexual
That's
way?
a baby.
I tell you what.
20-year-old somebody.
No, she's a valid question. It's a valid question. Huh?
People that do them things.
And I tell you one thing, sis. I tell you one thing. Hassan, I tell you one thing, yeah.
Deep suffering of the things, so they can never uncover
Okay.
the deeper matter and the
But the problem
stigma
today
of
is- the
why
problem today
things
is you
happen.
find a lot of
Because them
15-year-olds
no want to
crossing at 25.
talk
One by
about the
one,
things
one
them
by
are-
one.
where I go bust them head up. Them not
let's
go
hear
talk
the
about the
sister.
things where man a kill man.
Let's hear the sister,
Police are
Hassan.
kill police.
Yeah.
Police are kill kill suspect, unsuspect, all of them things there. Why people not talk about that? Why people not talk about equal rights in other countries we're connected to the UK, like Jamaica? That's a place where a lot of things go on and the media stimulate things and lie about everything and then put out a mad stigma about black people. And at the end of the day, all I know where they are, so the majority, your gene and your stigma, it build up in you, you're black, you need to fucking embrace it and give thanks, because Jesus have you within you, and within everything you do, you have to embrace your natural environment. And if you don't embrace it, it'll go war, terror, bomb, it'll go drop more. On top of that, it'll go do it, them things that are going to happen because people not talk the things them, they not find solution. What is the solution to all these things we're talking about?
You've come a long way. You're asking for solution now.
No.
And I'm hearing you. I'm actually feeling you.
The point is sharing solution.
Yeah.
How can we feel at settle up in our mind, feel mindful about the situation and not hate? Because hate, dark can't hide out dark. That's why we started this talk.
That's why we started this talk in the beginning. And then people say, you see where the sister come right now, content. You see where the sister come right now. She said, how can we then do these things and not hate? Because we got the wrong idea what love is.
That's right. So you put it right back right.
Yeah. Otherwise, she wouldn't have that question.
That's right.
Because everything that people were calling love, is happening. They're having sex. They're taking each other for one night stand. They're doing everything as they think. I know. We covered it. But we're saying, you now come right back again, right round back to the same question again. How can we avoid all those?
What you're saying now was
the starting point of this thing.
So how can we bring about change? I want to know as well, how can I bring about change?
Let me tell you anyway, before we go into a deep thing. Let me tell you before we go into a deep thing. We cannot bring no change anymore. And the way it works is, let me put the analogy. No, hold on, just hear the thing. Hold the thing. This just hear me, sister, just hear me. They've deceived us to thinking there's going to be change. The reason for that is to keep you where you are, so you can die there.
So you don't revolt.
Understand? But this is way it works. You all seen the Titanic before, right? Yeah. When you see the Titanic and you go on a ship boat to go France or somewhere, you telling me when you see it going down, you don't know. When you see it going down, you know, innit?
Of course.
Are you gonna stay there and tell them, how can we get this ship to change? Are you gonna ask that? What do? You get the hell off. Now, getting the hell off is what you need to understand you have to do. Hold on, sister.
Unite without love.
You can't unite without that love. Love being the... Hear the thing, sis. I know we all got our own interpretation of what needs to be done. And in many cases, we're not absolutely wrong. It's just there's a few things missing. This guy, we keep using his camera as an analogy. Everything on the camera, every little piece has a reason for being there. You take it away, things start to malfunction. You understand? Do you understand that, sis? Yeah? You can talk.
In this situation right now where I can tell you from experience, my family, real stuff were happening at the first of this month. We're involved this exact situation, this topic where we are talking about. Cause you portray whatever you portray to me. So me I tell you my topic now. And my topic is live and direct. And their solution is extinction. And the way extinction is coming about is to destroy the melanin. And melanin, it trace back to different way, but where is most things? Where is the naturalness of building? Where is the authentic energy of wanting to do things? And me I talk the things, and a long time me I talk enough things. me can't. You have to grow, but you have to love thyself first and accept
Everyone's
what you
loving
can,
themselves,
what you
trust me.
can do.
You ask anyone here, ain't
if you
nobody
can't
gonna
help
say they're
yourself,
not.
you can't help no
But we
one.
hear you,
But
that's
a situation where people are fight against each other and it intertwine and family day night and all different type of aspect of, because black people are family, and it's when they start accepting it, start accepting it through music. A pen and a paper is the first type of love. We don't need social media. Social media is another chapter to open the realness of what's going on. Actually, like people, terrorists, they must say pray for the queen. Wait, what go on when them kill all these places? Israel, all of that in a problem. All around the world, bomb
global
dropper
problems, yeah.
Something happened last night, and people are pray for London. We need to pray universal world cry, like
We need
Jack
to.
Yo. Healing is the nation. So at the end of the day, we need to keep talking about something
gonna
until the
assist
higher up listen, and the higher up are gonna listen when they hear the media stories, and they're gonna hear and they're gonna see the truth. They're gonna see the truth. They're gonna see that a normal person can be the most deepest person ever, but at the end of the day, it's your soul. It's your soul that's gonna path with you at the end of life. There is the beginning, the child, a baby crying and coming into the world, and there is one going as you speak. So if we don't bring about a solution, the black man in a prison, them in a prison, and them a get treated bad over other island. But in Africa, all them sleep. This a luxury, them get luxury here. Them live like queens and queens. Them are work in a prison.
We won't argue for now. We won't argue for now, innit? But it's not as rosy as you think it is. Trust me. Look, honestly speaking, the whole earth is in trouble. Yeah? The whole earth is in trouble. The whole earth, brother, sister. Take care, guys, yeah? And don't forget, get married, yeah?
One love,
Yeah, the whole earth is in trouble, and the reason for the whole earth being in trouble is because of the black man. We're coming round to that again. The black man caused all the trouble on the earth.
Why?
Huh?
Why did you do that?
Well, imagine if I was white, innit? Yeah. Well, I'm white anyway, but just imagine I was white,
right
innit?
now you're white.
Yeah.
Why did they?
Huh?
Why did they?
Oh, you.
Answer the question.
Why?
The reason is all the oh, sorry, thanks. All the eels. Ian, I don't know, would you help me while I'm talking? It's in that red orange bag. Would you get it for me? I beg you. I'll get it. All the eels that is now encompassing the whole world, we allowed it to what's that word called? To manifest and get bigger. Yeah? Understand? We allowed it. So we're suffering the most because of it. Yeah? And through us, it will be restored to place. But we need to take responsibility for what we've done wrong. No, we're not. Look, we're not looking for any. We're not looking for any.
How are we going to do that?
Huh?
How are we going to do that? Yeah, it's coming there.
Well, how does the United Nations do it?
How are you going to do it?
It's just a question to you.
We need to bring about a new legislation for equal rights to actually
There's
protect
nothing called equal rights.
There needs to be a real equal rights. And equal
Sister,
rights
don't waste your time. There's nothing called equal rights.
I ain't want to say sister.
No.
What happened about building our economy? What happened about stop building our economy? I've been saying this to the people.
Building our economy.
I stopped reading books. Build our own economy.
Part of that
Part
is
of build our
starting
own economy.
your own thing and making it in your country so it can help those people. And
I'm
forgetting
books. Forget the Bible. Forget the Quran. Forget the Torah. Forget the whole lot, isn't it?
Everything relatively.
Forget that. Forget
It
Joshua.
don't.
Forget the whole lot.
Everything
Tell
matter.
him.
Just create your own imagination, yeah.
Yeah, you do what you want to do
said.
and create your own.
What
Yeah,
I'm going to
create
say to
your own.
you,
Yeah.
what I'm going to say to you, is, right? You cannot say forget the whole thing. I'll tell you the reason why. No, I'm just saying. I know you didn't say that.
Forget.
Exactly, I know you didn't say that. But what I want to put here is that if we